to Life with Paulette today. It's going to be a really quick video because I normally don't come on this timing. However, though, I'm coming on because I want you all to know that I'm fueling my future. I know that I mentioned with you guys in regards to last time about my progress and what happened. I think last week I mentioned to you guys that I started this nutritionist program, and I just wanted to keep you guys updated on it because that way I can keep myself accountable. You all know that. So I'm keeping myself accountable to let you all know that every Wednesday starting from now and the next 12 weeks, guys, I'm sorry guys, I know 12 weeks every Wednesday, I'm going to be 1 week and checking in with my progress in that. So I'm just reflecting today on my first week of healthier choices, making healthier choices. And this week went really good so far. I did not get a chance to go in depth in what it is that I am, what I'm eating and stuff. So today is just like a little brief little synopsis of what it is that's going on. Last week, Wednesday, I started my refocusing, resetting my mind on getting my health together. And I told you guys that I am so serious. I know I said it many times, but like anything, we all make promises sometimes that we can't keep up with, and we just got to keep making them and resetting them. And that's what this channel is all about. We reset. Sometimes it happens right on the nail, and sometimes, guys, we just have to be able to reset and start all over again, because failure is never an option over here. Not over here. Okay. So as I started these different programs with my health, I'm not sure you guys can hear me, but as I started my programs with health and fitness, fitness, like I always mention to you guys, is always something that I always keep up with. I don't have any issues with the fitness. I enjoy outdoors, enjoy adventures. I enjoy all of that good stuff that be going on the outdoor natures. However, though, when it comes to nutrition, I mentioned to you guys last week that I needed to rethink, reset, and start all over again, because I'm tired of every January where you be like, New Year's resolutions, and then all of a sudden, guys, you just stuck right back where you left off. So here I am, we are already past the middle of the year and I'm stuck. Okay, so I went on, find me a nutritionist, and right now I've completed first week officially is in the books, if you want to call it that way. My first week on my nutrition is in the books. We finished that this week wasn't about perfection. I wanted to make sure that I was making progress and I could figure out, what foods do I want to stay around in my house, and which ones I needed to let go, and which one I needed to add a little bit more of. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I also wanted to mention, that I learned more about making intentional choices. And when you're making intentional choices, you learn more about how your body's going to respond to them. So I took out a lot of stuff. If you all know me, I love me some salt. So anything with chips and little dips, that's Paulette's best friend. Okay, so I had to figure out the things that was nourishing my body, listen to my body, and learn to let things and eliminate what's no longer needed in my kitchen. So that's what I did today. I eliminated from last week the things that I needed to take out and start rethinking my thought process, guys, because sometimes we say we want to start all over again, but then we still want to start over with the same situations and position that we're in. If you want to start all over, you got to let it all the stuff that basically distract you, you got to be able to chop, baby, chop, let it go. Okay. So at this point in time, guys, I'm letting you all know, went through the kitchen, started to add more vegetable. I am starting to juice a little bit more. I'm going to start that pretty soon, where I'm juicing and giving you guys information on what I am replacing on a daily basis. Because right now, that's what I'm doing. Want to start replacing one meal with some juicing. So I'll be bringing that into, so you guys can be able to see that. Hello, brother Gino P. Hope all is well. I am just reflecting today on my first week of making healthier choices, and I wanted to just come on just to let you all know, because that how this is how I stay accountable. Okay, so I'm adding juicing in. My goal for my fitness is 5 days a week, and out of 7, I definitely can do 5, either with a walk. I have 2 days out of the week where I want to hit that 10,000 and above steps, and just trying to pull it all in, guys, before the end of the year, rethinking, resetting that mindset for making healthier choices. So that's what I'm doing here today. You know, I also realized that when you start changing in little bits and start developing that habit, guys, that is when, you know, consistency steps add up. The little bit, the things that you do, consistency steps, they add up. Okay, so for me, fitness, my friends are definitely my accountability partners. We always check in every morning. So even if I'm not even thinking or feeling that I want to go out and get in that gym and sweat for 2 seconds. And by the way, in Hawaii, guys, it is hot. It is hot over here. So when you're going in the gym, it's like a sauna in itself without going into the sauna. So I just want everybody to know I've got to stay accountable, and accountability to myself is by me telling you guys what's going on with me at this point in time. So this is my first week. It's in the books, guys. Every Wednesday, I'll be updating week 1. She done. Ya está terminado. Week 1. Okay. Hello, Goyo. We reset it yesterday. And y'all know from last week on the Reset Tuesday, I told you guys I was not playing. I'm serious. So I got me a nutritionist. Not everybody, you don't have to go out and just, I'm going to pay for somebody to help me watch what I put in my mouth. You don't have to do that, because that also take accountability as well, that you have to for yourself. And you know, do you want to spend the money and don't do the work? It's up to you. So at the end of the day, hi Zagros, how are you? Welcome in, Goyo and Gino P, welcome. You know, you can, if you're looking to be accountable to yourself and self-motivation, if you have self-motivation, you can go ahead, get yourself a nutritionist and start focusing, because guys, that's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, that's money that you can do something else with. Not everybody can, you know, decide they want to go that route. You don't have to, but if you feel like you need a little something to help you stay focused, stay accountable, because your little self-motivation is not, you know, fully there, I would say go ahead, get yourself a nutritionist, somebody that know a little bit better than you, that can help you with your macros and make sure that you're eating the right amount of foods that your body needs for your body type, and get yourself started, a little quick start. Okay, you can start out and say, I'm going to give myself 6 weeks with a nutritionist and I'm going to learn as much as I can, and then I'm going to go and do it off by myself. However y'all want to feel, go ahead and do it. But this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to be 12 weeks focusing on this. So this is my week 1 down. You guys can read that and figure out where you want to be. Maybe your health is in perfect condition. Kudos to you. But I know I need to add a little bit of juicing up in there. I need to make sure that I cut back on some carbs and eat a little bit more extra green lettuce. Yes, to make sure that your body are having a balance. I need to balance my health portions better than what I've been doing for the last couple of years. So that's why I came on here, to let you guys know what I'm doing, how it works. What I also did was I went into my pantry, the refrigerator, and started eliminating all the extra things that you don't need, like, you know, all the extra desserts and cake. Some people can have the desserts in their refrigerator and it don't bother them, and other folks, you know, like myself, if I see it in there, I'm like, let me just finish that up, get that out of the way so that I can stop distracting. You know, not everybody has that strength, you know. So if you feel like you have a little weakness for something, like me and chips, me and anything salty, I decide that you guys can go ahead and just eliminate it out of your kitchen. Now I know it's hard for those that have kids. If you have kids, and you know, yes, you want to feed your kids healthy stuff, but kids like to have a little bit of junk here and there. And if you are a weak link for junk, and maybe you need to figure out another option to get yourself focused and allow them to eat healthy, but with a little bit of junk on the side. But if you're eating all the junk for them, and then all of a sudden you can't figure out how to get it together and balance yourself, then you have a problem. You need to seek some extra help. So here I am, gonna seek some extra help. Okay, those chips is my weakness. I can tell you that. I'm doing much better though. I just want you all to know. So that was what we're talking about today. On a reset day was yesterday, and today I just want to update you guys that for the next 12 weeks I will be coming on here just to give you all an update. So one of the major things that I did last week from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, I started to become more consistent, making it more of an effort to pack my bags at night with my wash clothes, and pack my bags, making sure all the clothes that I'm going to use after I work out so I can go straight into work. Guys, you have to make sure that you're not adding extra stress on you, but what routine can work and function for you. I have kids, so I have to get up, I have to cook every day, so I had to figure out, okay, what it is that I'm going to cook so that way we all can benefit from it. So a lot more veggies. So yesterday I went on my nice little grocery Costco haul. I got a lot more different variety of vegetables. I definitely got me some healthy carbs up in there, some nice protein. I added even a protein powder because I know that a lot of time people tend to need some extra protein. They always tell you protein will keep you a little bit fuller, so that definitely is working for me. So that was something that I did differently from last week to this week. I added extra little protein, so I'll start out in the morning with half a cup of oatmeal. Yes, I know you probably said, oh, half a cup of oatmeal, girl, what do you mean? That's what I started out with, and it was filling. I felt very satisfied once I had my half a cup of oatmeal. Yes, I did added my protein in there and a little bit of quarter cup of raisins. And if you had nuts, you could add a little bit of nuts up in there, and that was my breakfast. And then I had a juice, for lunch. Instead of eating, an extra carbs, I decided to have something more liquidy. So I put the fork down and I replaced lunch for a juice. And my juice that I'm doing right now in Hawaii, I don't know what's going on. I can't find the pineapples, because normally I like to do the pineapples. Pineapples are really good for inflammation and to help, make you feel satisfied with your, when you eat a little bit fuller. They curve that appetite really good. But I have to, Costco was out of them and Sam's was out of them, so probably have to go into one of the mom and pop stores so that I can purchase me some pineapples so that I can add into my juice. But yes, we just do the pineapple, oranges, and we are in flu seasons, by the way, so you want to make sure you're adding on the temporary fruits that they have out there, a little bit of vegetables. Don't forget to mix both of them together, and that can be a meal replacement for you, depending on how many ounces do you take. If you're going to replace a meal, make sure that it's right around, I would say probably 16 to 32 ounces of juice, depending on how much you need to feel satisfied. I would say that will replace a meal for you. Some people can just take 12 to 14 ounces and they're satisfied. Not everybody's different, but 1 gallon of water is definitely what I added into my routine. I'm still working my way of curbing that coffee. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think coffee became like my Achilles heel for the longest, where it was like a clutch. I wake up first thing in the morning. I have coffee. It was like a routine after coffee. It's, it stimulates your movements. You just go do what you got to do, empty out your stomach, and you come back. You had a fresh start for the day. That's my routine. But I came to find out that, when I went to the doctor was like, coffee is one of those things that it can rip up your stomach if you're drinking it first thing in the morning. Hi, Mythical, how are you? Hope all is well. Welcome in, and haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been, Mythical? Welcome back. Hope all is well over there in Puerto Rico. Okay. But yeah, coffee has been my clutch for a long time, guys. If I want to replace a meal, and especially for those that's been on a keto, coffee has been one of the staples where you can have your coffee and then turn around and, that's a meal for you. And it was helping for a little bit Trust me, I did all the diets out there. I tried the keto. I went vegan for a year and a half. I did the vegetarian, and I reverted right back to balance. I have to have balance. My body, when I took the genetic testing for my body, it was like my body is not, it's not something that I can just go straight keto. It's not, it don't function. My genes don't care for that, but it does work with a balanced meal. So I need to have a little bit of carbs. I need to have a little bit of protein. I need to have, healthier carbs, and I can have me make sure lots of vegetable. That was what my genetic testing came back to. So my genetic testing that I took, I need to start following that. And it also told me that I don't need all that strenuous workout that I enjoy doing. It was like, you don't need all of that. All you need is to walk 10,000 steps a day. Just a nice little walk. Your body will automatically take charge, and you will start losing your weight in due timing. But because, I don't know, it's just something with me physical, I have to be like drained and squeezed out on the ground in order for me to figure out, oh my gosh, it has to be like one of those combats where I'm combating and fighting and body attacks, and I'm happy there, but I don't need all of that. So for the last couple of years, I think I'm overdoing it when it comes to physical, but I enjoy it because I've been doing it so long. And mentally, I was thinking, the more I work out, the more I can eat. That's a lie. That's such a big lie, guys. It is so much lies out there, and only in due time where reality is going to kick in. I mean, I don't want to wait till when I get a phone call from the doctors and say, you know what? This is this and this is that and this is what you need to do, where you're traumatized now for losing, or traumatized to try and get your health together. Don't wait for those moments, guys. Don't wait for that phone call. Just take action now. Reset a little bit. If you love dessert, nothing wrong with dessert, but make sure you're doing it adequately. Make sure you're having your desserts in moderation, because sometimes we can just go when you eat half the cake and you're like, what happened? You step on the cake like, what happened? Okay, so that's what's been going on with me so far, guys. I'm working on getting the momentum back and enjoying it. For the first time this week, I went into the gym. Today is Wednesday. And I'm doing a lot more of weightlifting. I'm going a little bit heavier than I used to. My body is definitely enjoying that portion of it. So physical, I'm working on not doing too much, but just enough. Okay. But apart from that, that's how life is. Life is going to be life in. Nothing don't stop just because you're having a moment, or you just something happened out of the ordinary and you're like, okay, let's stop life because this is going on in someone's life. No, nothing stops for you. Life is not going to stop for you. It's going to keep going. You need to figure out how to maneuver yourself. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I do not want to wait. In one way, I'm so glad, on my Fate Walk that we have, we don't celebrate certain scenarios or certain things, because that's less money and food. You imagine back then when I used to celebrate the Christmases and stuff. I remember one year I spent thousands of dollars on gifts for everybody. You had to give this one, all the cousins and everything. And then all of a sudden, guys, you end up like, where's my money going? You end up spending more money during the holidays than saving. And then you got to start in January readjusting your finances and trying to pay back, or trying to figure out how to get that threshold again. So I'm glad the decisions that my family and I made, we don't do all that. We don't do all of that. I mean, a gift you can give any day. I don't have to wait for a special occasion or a holiday to give a gift. You give a gift any day, any time of the day. If I see something that somebody needs, I don't have to wait for a specific time to give it. You just hand it out and give it to them. So there we are. Let me catch up in the chats, guys. Hope all is well with you. Goyo said, I need to start eating greens. Don't we all, Goyo? We all need to start eating some greens, okay? I just want you to know that there were moments that, I felt tempted to go back to the old habits. Now, letting you guys know, even though you're starting and you're trying to change your eating habits and you're on this nutrition thing, your mind is so strong and is definitely stubborn, okay? Because having all the nice little vegetables and greens on your plate, it did not look as appealing as some shrimp alfredo or chicken alfredo pasta. You know, it's just one of those moments when your brain is like, so where's the good tasty carbs? You know, why you give me all this greens and this lettuce? I don't need it. I don't want it. So your body will fight in those moments with you, and you will feel like you want to revert back to your old habits. That's natural, that's normal. Just the way that I've seen so far for the last week, and I'm only going to talk to you for a week. I've been doing this long enough. However, though, we're not going way back in the past, because as you all can see, it didn't work as well. So we're starting over here. So from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, what I've seen differently, guys, is that yes, I wanted to revert back into old habits, but I had to learn to put the fork down. So what helped me with that curbing those bad decisions was I had a cup of hot coffee. You can get the decaf one, so you don't have to worry about not sleeping. I had some tea, hot tea, or you could mix. One of my friends mentioned to me how the liquid IVs, sometimes you need extra hydration throughout the day, because sometimes we are dehydrated, and we don't know because we're not drinking that gallon of water that our bodies needs. So what happened is that once that happened, if you add liquid IV into your daily routine once a day in your water, it can be in your gallon of water, or it could be in your half a gallon of water, it can be in your nice little 32 ounces of water, however you want to do that. It helps hydrate your body, so that way you would not be so confused. Am I hungry, or is it that I'm thirsty? Maybe you're mostly thirsty most of the time. So that was something that I had to learn as well. Because one thing I want to let you all know is that the journey is not all about the food too. The journey, there's different parts of the journey that makes one. So definitely you want to focus in on cleaning out your refrigerator, or making a note of developing healthier habits by creating healthier snacks. So I know I love chips, so instead of me eating chips, maybe I will get me some lightly salted little they have the sweet potato dry, like not fried. I think they have them like baked sweet potato, little crisp, or they have the seaweed little crispy things. Because I like the sound of the crispy stuff. So you could have options. Get healthier options that's similar to the bad decisions one, and try to make it work for you. So that would be one of the options that I would advise you. But for me, I like seaweed, so instead of chips, I started eat seaweed. And you may say, oh, yuck, that's disgusting. Guys, anything for your health tastes good, okay? That's what I got to tell myself all the time. Whatever is healthy for me, I'm looking for results. I'm not worried about all that good old taste. Yes, just swallow it, okay? And drink water behind it. Goop, goop. You're good to go. You'll be fine. But yes, the journey isn't just about the food, it's about self-discipline. Self-discipline, self-love. It's about, and fueling my life with a purpose. So that's what I want to do. The first week, we got it done, and I'm just getting started. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just getting started. 12 weeks of this, week 1 done, working on self-discipline, working on creating healthier habit to replace all the old bad habits. And it's going to be a tough one, but you know what? You're all going to be my accountability partners, and we're going to stay accountable to each other. And every Wednesday, like I say, week 1 is done. Next Wednesday is going to be week 2, and we're going to do this for 12 weeks. And you never know, maybe all the way till the end of the year. I don't know, guys. If you all start seeing me result, I can feel in my clothes, the big back is burning off a little bit. I can feel it because I'm lifting heavier, and my body is definitely recovering. I'm sleeping the amount of time that I need to be sleeping. But for right now, guys, breakfast, I got that down pat, replacing one meal with a juice. So if you're not into juicing, I highly recommend you guys get something into juicing so you could get your life, a little bit easier, because the good thing is with juicing is you don't got to worry about cooking. You just make all your juices. Now, I do not recommend you making your juice for the whole week, because like I always tell you guys, 3 days the max for any juice. You want that's the freshest that you'll get it. If you can make your juice fresh every day, then I would say go ahead and get it done. But most of the time, there's no time. We all busy lives. Cut up all your fruits, all your vegetables, but make the portion for 3 days max. If you go over the potency, the health benefit will diminish. Okay, so after the 3rd day, with that juice that you created that's just sitting there waiting for you to drink it, you drink water, because the benefit is gone. Okay, after the 3rd day. So make enough juice, have all your stuff prepped in advance, but just make enough juice for 2 to 3 days at a time. That would be my advice for you. So let you all know that that'll be something good. What I've learned as well too is that you can, if you're lazy or just run out of juice, but you don't have no time to do juice, you can also go to a Whole Food store, and those Whole Food store, they sell a little bit expensive, those cold pressed, but if you need like 1 jar or maybe 2 jars, I like the pomegranate juice, guys, because I know that works definitely good with me for inflammation. Pomegranate is very healthy for inflammation. It's good for all your gut, definitely for all your gut. It's good for soreness. So because I do work out a lot in the gym, when I do lift heavy, my body just a little bit sore, you have yourself a little bit of pomegranate juice, and that will help you. It cleans out organs as well. Same thing for cranberry. Now, cranberry juice has different benefits in that. One of them is especially for the ladies. So if all the ladies up in here, I just want you all to know, 1 little cup of cranberry juice will go a long way for you and your entire body. It kills out all the bad bacteria and put in what needs to be pulled out. It does miracles. Okay, if you have a little cramps here and there, drink yourself some cranberry, you'll be just fine. But make sure that your cranberry juice is cold press. Don't get no ocean spray cranberry juice. No, we don't want that one. That one is no good. All the nutrients is out of that one. Normally I think it's Lancast or one of those brands, they're in glass bottle, by the way. So if you're going to a Whole Food store, anything in a plastic bottle, don't do it. Get yourself your juice in a glass bottle. It keeps the freshness and the healthy nutrients in better. Even when you make your juices, don't put them in plastic bottles. Go get yourself some glass bottles, because that's where it's going to preserve the nutrients better for you. Okay, and you can find all those bottles on Amazon. Sometime Walmart may have a few of those jars that you can pick up in there, and just have yourself your nice little jars that you can put your juice in or your smoothies, however, and it keeps us very fresh. Okay, I think that's about all. Let me see what's going in here. So yes, Goyo, make sure that you get your greens in. Mythical say, hi, Mythical sister. Everybody say peace. Bye-bye. See you later, Sagros. Thanks for coming in. Mythical say, I've been getting ready for my sister's wedding, which is tomorrow. Well, congratulations to your sister, Mythical. I am so happy. Happy for her. Tell her I said congratulations. Best of wishes for both her and her new husband to be. Thank you. That's awesome. I enjoy weddings. Weddings are beautiful. Okay. Mythical say, I'm going to miss my sister. Yes, but guess what? Wherever she goes, you always have one room waiting for you. You're never going to be alone, but this is her time for her to spread her wings and grow. And you'll get a chance to do the same thing sometimes. One day you're going to get married too. Everybody got to go their separate ways when it comes to marriage. You're not going to stay with sissy forever. I know it's hard. When my sister got married, they had to, everybody left, and I was the last one, to tie that knot. And it was not easy, but I knew that if I call up on a phone or I pull up, They were always in the area where you'd be like, okay, I'm coming by. What's for dinner? What's for lunch? And, you know, it's an extra house for you to go visit. So that's how I looked at it, mythical. So maybe if she stayed in your area, wherever she go, you'll be able to visit her. So don't be too sad because you get to travel now. Okay, there we go. Sagar, hello, Sister A Brown. Hope all is well with you, sister. All is well here. Welcome to all. Thank you so much for coming in, Brother Cook. Hello, Brother Cook. Thank you for coming by, Brother Cook. I appreciate you for chiming in. I'm just catching up on all the messages, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming into Life of Paulette. If you have not got to the beginning, Brother Cook, I was talking about my reflecting on my first week of healthier choices. I started my 12 weeks, fitness and health program, and if you guys want to jump on the bandwagon, we did a reset Tuesday, and on Wednesday Paulette was already starting her journey for 12 weeks. I want to make sure that my health and fitness is good. I don't have any problem with the fitness portion. I have a problem with the health portion. So we got into the nutritionist. I got a nutritionist. You don't have to get a nutritionist. You could just pull up whatever diet you want to follow. If you want to do a balanced diet, I'm doing balanced diet, but they have different low carbs and high fats and all those different nice ones out there. Everybody pick a lifestyle that you feel that comfortable with and that you want to do, and go and do it, guys. I don't want a phone call from a doctor saying this is what's going on, and then I have to eliminate so much, and you're traumatized. And sometimes the health that the doctor portrayed to you is not even as bad as how you receive it, because we always think we're going to live forever. We think that we're going to be in this area in our lives forever. Nothing is going to ever happen to us, and we were never proper prior planning for poor performance. Okay, if you didn't proper prior plan, poor performance is going to be coming on. So at the end of the day, guys, don't wait for that phone call. If you feel like you need to tighten up when it comes to your fitness, then go out there and walk for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If you feel on Saturday, Sunday, pick a day or two that you say, I'm going to dedicate to do this amount of time, miles or whatever, just go for a walk. You don't have to do strenuous workout and go into any gym. All you need to do is take some time to enjoy God's creation, nature. Okay, walk in your backyard, walk around your neighborhood, get to moving, guys, because sometimes our heart needs that pump so that we can get the flow going right. Okay, so don't stay there and wait for that doctor to give you a call to tell you what you need to do. You should know what you need to tighten up on. Okay, I know I need to tighten up on my health and fitness. Listen, all these vacations and coming back and talking about we're going to start over the next few months, you're on another vacation again. And guys, when you go on vacation, you're trying to taste all the foods for whichever country you're going to. You're just eating up a storm, and your body's like, I ain't used to that. I'm not used to 3 to 4 meals a day. You understand what I'm saying? So you put your body in a strenuous position, and then when you come back 2 to 3 weeks later, 3 months later, you're heading back again, for another vacation. So your body goes through like trauma, and then you never get back to your position where you used to be, because your mental thinking just roll off the rockers. Okay, so stop, reflect, acknowledge you need help in whichever area, and just go for it. I need help in my area of nutrition. Reset. She did in it. This is the first week in the books. I got my health right. I get my breakfast. I used to start off, like I say, I'm weaning off of coffee first thing in the morning. I'm trying to put some food in first and then eat coffee, because the doctor already told me it's going to rip up my stomach. It's too strong for me to eat drink raw just like that. I just take down my black coffee because it makes me feel good in the morning, and I can go through my normal routines pretty well. I don't have an issue with it. I've been doing it for years, but guess what? The doctor is like, Paulette, no, you're not doing it like that no more. You got to at least drink some water. You got to drink something so that way your stomach, your gut is receiving the benefits of nutrients. drink a juice. So I'm starting juicing again. I'm replacing one meal with juice. Since last Wednesday to this Wednesday, I'm replacing one meal with a juice. Now, like I mentioned to you guys, I think it was when it was Monday or Tuesday when I came on and I was explaining to you guys, normally I would go live and show you guys juicing, but my schedule, like right now, I'm going to start work again. So my schedule is a little bit cuckoo for right now, and I'm not able to sit down home on Tuesday or a Thursday and give you guys a nice video that I want to. So I'm gonna start switching up my routine. You guys are gonna get a lot of car conversations, hopefully good conversations, but majority for right now until I can figure out my routines and get myself together, or maybe I have to go back to uploading the videos, because that's where I used to do majority of my juicing videos. Was I would do them and upload them and show you guys how I made it. But then majority of people like to be hands-on too, and it's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy doing my juicing videos, but I want to come back doing a juicing video, and I want it to come doing it with a purpose, not just doing it just because I want to do it. I want to work on gut health. I want to work on high blood pressure. I want to work on juices for, diabetes, which is all juice you can use. Make sure they're not too sweet, but it's different juices that you can make. Gut health, like colon cleanse, everything, heart health, circulation juicing, the juicing that you can use for, the flu season. They have different ones that you can make. Ginger is going to be the staple of that, with some lemons, and everything else is extra on the side. Or vitamin C, if you want some of that in there, you throw that in there, little E, little D, and get it all together. Variety of stuff. So when I come back, I want to do something like that, but it takes time. So Monday through Friday, this is what you're going to get here. On the weekends, either a Saturday or Sunday, I'll do a live and make sure that we're doing either juicing or we having a nice little healthy conversation where everybody can participate. So as of now, guys, this is it, girls and guys, brothers and sisters. There's what she got. Brother Cook said, facts. I'm a truck driver. I need exercise. And I totally agree with you there, brother, because I do lift sometimes. Majority of time, I do lift. And sometimes I have to not turn on the lift app because I don't get a chance to walk outside, walk up and down the aisles. I prefer to do Walmart Spark. I'm a gig, I work gig work. Okay, Brother Cook. So I either on Walmart Spark, or I'm doing a Grubhub, or, I leave my Lyft, which is my driving, for the evening time, because I want to make sure that I get my steps in. And the ones that I get my steps in the most is on my grocery hauls. The grocery hauls, I get a lot of steps in. So by the time the evening comes, nobody want to walk out and down to that sun. It is hot in Hawaii. Nobody want to walk up and down sweating. This morning I did a grocery haul. I was like, why am I sweating so much? It's so hot. Glycerin all over the place. Nobody want that. So in the evening time, guys, I prefer to stay in the car, and I do minimum walking because I'm doing Lyft. But in the morning time, when it's all fresh, relaxing, I do grocery hauls so I can get my steps in. So for you, brother Cook, I'll advise, when you're parking in your rest area, park away so you can walk to the bathroom or walk into the supermarket or the grocery store when you're grabbing your breakfast or snack. Or I don't know how the routines work on that end for you, but I'm assuming walking will be nice. That's how I get my walk in. I park all the way, probably half a mile away from the store. So when I walk to the store and walk back, I'm walking and moving my body. So I know truck driving, you all are on a schedule. So I'm not sure how that will work. The other options, Brother Cook, is on Amazon or Walmart. They have these, what they call now, like a treadmill, and it can be put under your bed, or it can be put against the wall. It's small enough, but you get on it and it has like a conveyor belt, and you just walk on it. I think that can help you when you're resting on your rest stop to try and move, and you just throw it right in the back of your whatever your little bed thing. It should be, it's small, it's just a nice little rectangle, this about this thick, and that about that thick it is, and you just walk on it. That's another option for people that don't get a chance to go into a gym or doing a lot of walking. When you're watching anything, or you know, you're taking a break, you can always step on that and walk and stick it under the sofa or behind the bed or under the bed or in the garage, or you know, at your rest stop. You can still get your steps in, brother. So there's options out there. So that's how it works, you know. Brother Cook say, facts, I'm a truck driver. So that's options for you, Brother Cook. I'm looking forward for you to you know, try out one of those options. Either park a little bit away so you can get a few steps in, and don't aim for 10,000 steps. You aim for, like, you know, start out by 2,000, 3,000, so that way you're not overstimulating and stressing your brains out. Moving should be easy. It should not be a whole stressful. So I don't want it to be stressful, guys. On resets, we don't want to be stressful, okay? Brother Cook said, I love that you go live. I love it. Please keep posting. Oh, thank you, brother. I work on coming out and making sure that I'm putting some time in. So right now, I already submitted 12 weeks with you guys on a Wednesday. I'm going to come on and just share with you my updates on how I'm going right now, week 1. We finished up with week 1. So from today onward to next Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be week 2. And I'll give you guys a pros and cons, because like I tell you guys from the beginning, we are battling bad habits, bad behavior. And right now I'm fighting against that. Okay, so all the chips that I've been eating for the longest, all of the little Debbie cookies and little Debbie here and there, you know, we need to learn. We're going to purge and declog the body from all the junk. So it's going to take about 6 to 12 weeks. So jump on the 12 weeks to making healthier choices with me. And I'm on week 1, and you can start today. And when I'm on week 2, guess what? You're part of the program already. We all can be on this together, because we all want to make sure that we stay around for our family longer, and live longer and be healthy at the same time. You don't want to be old and sick and then be a burden to everybody else. So start to move now. I was in the sauna today, and there was this lady. She's like, "Oh, I'm 69, and I'm training on running a marathon." I look at her like, walk from that door to this door, and I felt like I was going to pass out. And you talk about marathon. And then she said, "Tomorrow, come join me. We're going to," remember that 2,300 steps that I told you guys I want to take you guys on? She's doing that, 69 years old, in shape. And I said, "Well, come and work out with us. We're going to do body combat, which is the fighting class." She's like, "Oh no," she said, "I run too much. The doctor told me that if I continue with all of the excessive exercising," she said, "I'm going to lose too much weight." And I'm looking at her like, wow, I would love to have that problem sometimes, you know, where the doctor is telling you, "You're doing too much. You're already too healthy. If you keep doing it, you're going to lose too much weight." I'm like, "Tell me that problem, doctor, please." Like, you know, you know, but that's where I'm at right now, you know, trying to figure out how it is that you're going to shed off some weight doing it the healthy way. And I'm on week 1, and I want you all to join me. Okay, figure out what it is. If you having issues like what Brother Cook say, he having a little concern here and there when it comes to the physical portion. I don't have the physical problem. I have the chow problem. Okay, so I'm working on the chow. The physical, I'm working on doing 5 days a week, trying to move my body 30 to 50 minutes a day and move on to work. So find a program that works for you. I hope that this video helps somebody out there today, you know, because not everybody get the chance to talk about their health. Most people don't even, they don't worry about it. You know, they're like, "Nah, I'm not sharing that. That's intimate." Listen, I expose myself. I don't need you to expose me or say something mean about me. I can do that myself. All right. So at this point in time, guys, all I have to say is Paulette got her nutritionist 1 week booked is done, and I'm going to do 12 weeks of this. So every Wednesday, I'm going to have an extra week, and I can't wait for the 12 weeks so I can show my progress and, you know, pray for me and I pray for you guys, because this weight is no joke. You know, I have a little extra fluff here, extra fluff there that we're trying to burn off. Hello, Sister Jakira. Hope all is well with you, sis. We are just about to wrap this video up. We were just talking in regards to our health, fueling my future, and, you know, reflecting on my first week of making healthier choices. And for those that is just coming in, don't forget to hit like button, guys. Don't forget to chime in or start the video, listen to the beginning. And for those that been here riding with me through the whole 45 minutes, I just want to say thank you. For those that come in and have to go because they're working, I want to say thank you too. For those that's just coming in, and at the tail end, I want to say thank you as well. Thank you for coming and dropping by Life with Paulette. I appreciate each and every one of you. With that, guys, like I say, you know, that is all I have for you guys today. We are just reflecting, and let's see. Sister A. Brown said we're wrapping it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done yet. Thank you, Sister A. Brown, and to all my moderators that came in. But with that, guys, I am done now. I'm going to make some money, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See you tomorrow. Bye. Deuces. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, ma'am. Love you guys.